Are you brand new to making candy apples? Or maybe you're already a treat maker who makes cakes and cookies, but every time you try candy apples, they give you trouble? Don't worry, I've got you. I created this Candy Apple Masterclass to help you walk through every step you need to know. And we're starting with the most important one, and that's cleaning your Granny Smith apples. If you skip this step, your candy won't stick, you'll get bubbles, your candy will slide right off your apple, and honey, we're not about that messy life.
This is Candy Apple TV with DIY Queen Diva. Welcome to my Candy Apple class. I'm going to let you know, as a beginner, if you are afraid of failure, then making candy apples is not for you. If you are afraid of being in the kitchen and getting burns from the candy apple mixture popping on you, on your hands or your arms, or anything that can happen when making candy apples, then this is not for you. So for the ones that truly want to start a candy apple business, I'm going to take it step by step to ensure that each and every one of you can successfully make candy apples. Starting with the apples. Granny Smith apples are the best to use. You have that tart with the candy is sweet, so sweet and tart goes hand in hand. Not only that, the red apples tend to get soft. You don't want that apple to be mushy underneath that candy. You want it to stay crisp. Also, keeping your apples crisp is the way you clean your apples. Now, right now, I'm going to show you how to take off the stem. So the first thing you want to do is twist off the stem off the top of the apple. Some may have the stem already off. These are just Walmart Granny Smith apples in a bag. And you may not get the whole entire stem off like that, and that's fine. You're just gonna stick the stick down in it anyways. As a beginner, when I started making candy apples, I didn't put my wooden stick on the top. You see how uneven these apples are. What I do, or what I did as a beginner, is I would turn them over so they would level. You see the difference? You see the difference? Okay, so what you want to do is place your apple stick down in the apple. Now you can push it down with your hand, or you can take a Dollar Tree hammer and only use it for your apples, and you can tap it down like that. Now, other candy apple sticks you may use are the bling sticks. And my video tutorial on how to make these is down in the description box. You can also purchase these off of my Amazon Bake Shop, and I'll put the link to the Amazon Bake Shop down below. These are paper straws, and you can find paper straws, all kinds of colors, designs in my Amazon Bake Shop as well. I do not place my paper straw over the wooden stick right away. I don't do that. I don't stick it down yet. I hold off on it because I am getting ready to do the candy apple cleaning process. I don't want my paper straws to get wet or damaged, so I just keep them off until after I dry my apples down. And usually the next day, just to make sure this outer part is still dry, because if it's wet, your paper straw will bend and you won't be able to get your paper straw down in the apple. So if you have an issue with your paper straw bending, trying to get it in the apple, or you just cannot get your paper straw in the apple, usually it's because your apple on the top is wet, or your candy apple stick is not thick enough for you to insert your paper straw down in your Granny Smith apple. So the next step is to go ahead and clean these. This is going to take at least 24 hours. 24 to 48 hours. 48 hours is better, but 24 is fine. You're going to start out with a pot of water. Don't turn your stove, countertop, whatever you're using, don't turn it on. You have a pot of water. How much water? You want enough water to rotate the apple. That was just showing you how much water you need. Okay? So you're gonna take some real lemon juice. It doesn't matter if it's the store brand, whatever brand. That's the same thing with the sugar and the corn syrup. It doesn't matter what brand. I don't care what anyone say. I don't care who it is. It does not matter. I have used all kinds of different real lemon juice. I have used all different kinds of sugars, and I have used all different types of light corn syrup. Walmart worked just as good. It doesn't matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter what brand it is. I'm letting you know again. And I don't care what anyone says. It doesn't matter. Okay, how much lemon juice? For less than 12 apples, I use 1/4 cup of lemon juice. For 12 candy apples or more, I use a cup of lemon juice. But I always use 1 tablespoon of salt. It doesn't matter what kind of salt you have. 2 tablespoons of baking soda. When making candy apples, you want to use a silicone spatula. When making candy apples, you want to use a silicone spatula. It can be pink, purple, green, blue, whatever color you want. You can use a Christmas silicone spatula or a baking silicone spatula. It just doesn't matter. I'm just showing you guys, things don't matter. Don't make things bigger than what they are. Okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on and get this boiling. Once my candy apple cleaning method boils, then I am going to strip down the wax off of each apple. I'm starting off with 6 apples because I think 6 apples is a good amount to start out with making candy apples, especially when cleaning and drying those apples off within the 24 to 48 hours. I think if I start you out with 12, that's going to be too much. So we're going to do 6. I'm gonna wait until this boils, and it's already boiling. Hey, this thing get hot real fast. Because what I was getting ready to do was turn off the camera and come back after this boils. But this is already boiling. Wow. You want to make sure you have some paper towel. Just regular paper towel. It doesn't matter what kind you use. Just use some paper towel. So I am going to dip the Granny Smith apple in the candy apple cleaning method for 6 seconds. Why 6 seconds? This ensures that my apple will stay crisp. It will stay green on the inside. It will not be mushy up underneath the candy. So I am going to give this a couple more seconds. It is boiling, it is steaming hot. So we're gonna dip 6 seconds and rotate. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all you need. Once you take your apple out, take your paper towel and dry your apple off like that. Okay, You're going to pay attention to the top and dry it really well. This is where the water and the apple juice sits on top of the apple. So when you get that bubble, it's from inserting the stick, from the apple juice popping out on the top of the apple, or not cleaning your apples good by wiping the candy apple solution off well. And you want to just get that whole entire apple, okay? Now you're going to put this and sit it down and finish doing your remaining apples the same way. 1, 2, I have these gloves on, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shake it off. Wipe your apple down. Now you can also just go 6 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And lay your apple down and come back and wipe your apples off. But I am showing you the best way, because if you do that, it's going to be harder to get the wax off. You need to get the wax off while that candy apple cleaning method solution is on the apples while this water is hot. That's the best way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The reason why I wipe my apples down right away is to get that wax off while everything is hot. It just makes it easier. But you're not done cleaning these apples. You're not done. And see, you can see all the wax, the colors, and the dyes in this solution. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need another paper towel. And you can see that this is now turning white. You can see that wax. That's why it's important to get that wax off. See it? Compared to an apple that I haven't cleaned. See the difference? See that wax? Let's try to get it wiped off. They put a lot of wax on apples nowadays. Even organic apples, you better do the candy apple cleaning method because it's usually wax on them. Trying to make them pretty. Okay, last apple. This is the 6th apple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Now you see why candy apples are no joke. Getting it right from the start is the key. This is just episode 1 of the Candy Apple Masterclass, and I am just laying the foundation. We're not even done with the cleaning method. So make sure you hit that subscribe to Candy Apple TV, hit the bell, and share with your Candy Apple friends. Drop a comment with your theme ideas and let me know what you learned. I'll see you in the next 48 hours to finish the cleaning process.